We support ongoing forum engagement with Indonesia and West Papua to better understand stakeholders and to ensure human rights.
We call for the right of the first people in West Papua over their customary land and culture.
Friends, welcome to the ManusKrip Papua YouTube channel.
Selamat datang di channel YouTube ManusKrip Papua. Pada sidang ke-79 Majelis Umum PBB di New York, hanya dua negara Pasifik yang menyinggung kunjungan utusan khusus PBB untuk HAM ke Papua Barat. Kedua negara itu adalah Kepulauan Marshall dan Vanuatu. Tidak heran jika Benny Wenda dalam akun pribadinya mengucapkan terima kasih kepada Vanuatu dan Kepulauan Marshall karena menyinggung HAM dan kunjungan PBB ke Papua Barat. Terima kasih kepada Vanuatu dan Kepulauan Marshall karena menyinggung HAM dan kunjungan PBB ke Papua Barat. Kami butuh keluarga Pasifik kami untuk berbicara mewakili kami, tulis Benny Wenda. Ini bukan kali pertama Kepulauan Marshall mengangkat isu Papua di PBB. Pada sidang umum PBB tahun-tahun sebelumnya, negara ini juga menegaskan seruannya untuk terus berdialog terkait isu Papua. Sidang ke-79 Majelis Umum PBB UNGA 79 telah berlangsung pada bulan September tahun 2024. ManusKrip.
The Assembly will hear an address by Her Excellency Hilda Heine, President of the Republic of the Marshall Islands. I request protocol to escort Her Excellency and invite her to address the Assembly.
Madam President, Mr. Secretary General, Excellencies, I bring you warm greetings of Yahweh on behalf of the Republic of the Marshall Islands. Madam President, the Marshall Islands look forward to the upcoming high-level visit of the Pacific Islands Forum Troika Plus grouping to New Caledonia. In addition, we support ongoing forum engagement with Indonesia and West Papua to better understand stakeholders and to ensure human rights. Madam President, if we are truly serious that no one is left behind, the UN would not be blinded to Taiwan's efforts and partnership towards achievement of the SDGs. Only this independent, democratic government can represent its 23 million people. UN Resolution 2758 does not mention Taiwan and should not be used as a pretext to exclude Taiwan from participating meaningfully in the UN system. This resolution has been misused to threaten cross-strait and regional peace and security. This was never its original intent. It cannot serve as a sound basis to prohibit Taiwanese citizens and journalists from the UN premises. The UN Secretariat should maintain neutrality and should not be complicit in limiting media freedom. Madam President, as key risks worsen in and around the world, multilateralism must be strengthened. For small and vulnerable nations, the United Nations, despite all its faults, remains the only institution which offers us a vital platform to voice our concerns, issues, and at times seek shelter from the ravages of conflicts and climate change. The word multilateralism can be expressed in the Marshallese proverb, "Warin Kangal," meaning the coral where all the fish congregate to seek shelter and feed. Let us all nourish and maintain it for ourselves and future generations. Mr. President, the United Nations is that very coral, Warin Kangal. Let us leave no country behind. Thank you, and Komoltada.
The Assembly will hear an address by His Excellency Charlotte Salwai Tabimasmas, Prime Minister of the Republic of Vanuatu. I request protocol to escort His Excellency and invite him to address the Assembly.
Monsieur le Président, Excellences, Chef d'État.
President, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Mr. Secretary General, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I have the great honour to address this eminent assembly on behalf of the government and of the people of the Republic of Vanuatu. Mr. President, Vanuatu, like many of our Pacific neighbours, continues to face acute existential health and development threats, including the burden of non-communicable diseases and malnutrition, as well as threats from future pandemics. COVID-19 and severe tropical cyclones expose Vanuatu to its fragile health infrastructure and the need to invest in a health system that can better respond to the needs of its people and to future pandemics that will be resilient to climate change and related natural disasters. We urge the World Health Organization and SIDS partners to work together to enhance access to sustainable financing to support our efforts to prevent and to control non-communicable diseases and our efforts to build a health system that is fit for purpose. Mr. President, advancing the agenda of leaving no one behind in the context of the non-self-governing territories means that we must work constructively to complete the work of decolonisation. Recently, the First Peoples of New Caledonia were not content with the manner in which the third referendum for political independence from France was conducted. As a result, riots took place, which led to several deaths and stalling of economic activity. It's essential to recognise the rights of First Peoples to their lands, oceans and culture. I encourage the First People of New Caledonia to work together with France to address their political future. In the meantime, New Caledonia must remain in the decolonisation list. In a similar vein, we call for the right of the First People in West Papua over their customary land and culture to be respected, and I plead that they work mutually with the government of Indonesia to address their challenges and to obtain greater autonomy for West Papua for greater participation in decision-making. Mr. President, to achieve sustainable development, we need peace. Today, some regions of the world are not able to enjoy sustainable development due to the inability of the United Nations to maintain international peace and security. We call for the urgent reform of the UN Security Council to ensure that it is fit for purpose and able to meet the challenges of our time. We are deeply concerned over the greatest threat to international peace and security posed by the continued existence of nuclear weapons. With the current heightened global geopolitical tensions, we call for a renewed and strengthened effort to come out of the current impasse in achieving nuclear disarmament and nuclear non-proliferation in all of its aspects. We further call for the United Nations Charter to be respected. In today's fractured and polarised world, we need to accelerate our efforts to work together and rebuild trust in the multilateral system. The UN at its centre. The Summit of the Future offers us hope, and now we need to move from rhetoric to real actions on the ground. We need peace for the advancement of sustainable development and human dignity for present and future generations. It's essential to act on finance as a driving force for development. Thank you.
Friends, before continuing, please support, like and comment on this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. God bless us all.